Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to Rise and Shine. I am Nika Stewart. If you are an entrepreneur growing your business, you're in the right place because we talk about all the stuff, the good, the tough, the funny, the stuff where we need support every Friday morning at 9. Today, we are going to talk about how personal you should be on social media. You have probably heard the experts all say you need to show yourself off. You need to be yourself. You need to be authentic. You need to be real. But what does that mean? And what should you share? And what should you not share? I am going to tell you to make it so much easier. There is a way to not worry so much about this. So, grab your coffee because it's time to rise and it's always time to shine. So let's do this. Okay, so first of all, welcome. I am Nika Stewart, the founder of Shine 365, a membership of the most amazing entrepreneurial women growing their businesses and wanting to shine online. If we don't know each other, hello. If we do know each other, hello. Let me know how you take your coffee. I'm really into coffee. I went through about 8 or 9 months of not enjoying coffee, where it just tasted bad. And I was really sad because coffee until that point was always something that was just an enjoyable part of my day. Not always in the morning, but at some point I want a cup of coffee with something delicious in it. It just warms my day. So what do you take in your coffee? I would love to know. Please share with me because a good cup of coffee, now that I'm enjoying coffee again, which I'm really excited about, I'd like to explore some other ways to have coffee. If you take your coffee black, you don't belong here. I don't understand you. I don't get it. So let's talk today about being personal on social media. We do need to connect with our audience. We absolutely do need to share ourselves. And one of the things that I talk about is living by example, showing off how you walk your talk, how you are not someone who says, like the cobbler's kids have no shoes. Like I'm so busy working with my clients that I don't do what I preach. That loses trust. You need to walk your talk. You need to live what you preach. And then people trust you. If you say that you should eat a certain way and you don't, how can your clients trust and feel like they can learn from you because you can't stick to a certain diet that you're preaching? So that's just a broad example. But one of the biggest things that I hear from clients and prospects and people online when I say you need to share yourself, one of the biggest things or fears that I hear is, but I'm a private person. I'm not that person. I don't want to be sharing selfies every day. I don't want to be talking about myself all the time. Or I'm not that person who shares what's going on in my life. It's private to me. I'm a private person, so I can't do that. So I want to tell you something to make it easier for you. Because when I say share your personality on social media, and I absolutely mean that you need to share your personality, I do not mean to share anything private. And there can be a giant brick, impenetrable wall in between personal and private. You do not ever have to share things that are private. So what does that mean? Good morning, Tracy, by the way. I'm live on 6 different pages and platforms. So not all of you may see everyone and be able to chat with everyone. So if you say hello, I will say hello back and tell everyone else that you're here. So feel free to say hello and let me know what's going on. And I've heard Tracy likes her coffee regular but sweet. Yeah, I like mine light. I like light and sweet, but not as sweet. I like a lot of lightness in my coffee because I guess because that feels like shining. My coffee needs to shine as well. Okay, so back to private versus personal. Which side were we on? Whichever side you on. You have a wall between private and personal. What is private and what is personal? Well, there are some things that are private for everybody. There are certain things that should never be shared on social media. If you're growing a business and you want to share your personality and share what's going on in your life, you still never share things like obvious things, your social security number, your home address. I mean, there may be times where that is something that you share if your business is run out of your home, maybe you need to, but you don't share things that strangers in the world shouldn't ever know about. The school your young children go to, things that are private should not be shared. So I think that can put fear to rest when I say to people, share personal stories, share personal things. I do not mean share your children's struggles in school and the name of their school and their teachers, things that are private to you that people don't need to know. So there are certain things that are always private for everybody, right? But other things are dependent on you and what you believe is private. And that is personally okay. That is perfect. Everyone is different, and that's the great thing about sharing your personality. If you feel that something is too private to share with the world or with your clients or with business people or even friends and family on social media, that's what makes you you. That's why it's personal. You share what you feel you can share. An example is I went through an illness over the last year. Many people find that to be very private or private. It's on that side of the impenetrable wall. I am not going to share what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, what's going on each day, the treatments, the cure, all that stuff is private. Then you don't share it. That's on the private side of your wall. For me, it felt very comfortable sharing it. That was personal to me, and personal to me meant that was not private. And I felt very comfortable sharing it. When I say share yourself on social media, I don't mean that you have to share what I feel comfortable sharing. Again, you have to be you. And again, what the heck does that mean? You decide what that means. You decide what is good to share and what is private. And that private stuff, you never have to think, yeah, but someone tells me I should be personal and I should share. No, yes, you should be personal. You shouldn't share private stuff. So when you know that, when you know you don't have to share private things, it makes sharing yourself so much more comfortable. Let's go back to what I was saying, that you should share your personality. It is, and I've been doing social media for about 11, 12 years and watching what works and what doesn't work for myself and for my clients. And 100% of the time, if they add personality to their posts, they get more engagement, they get more attention, they get more clients. So let me give you an example. You are a coach, a motivation coach, and you teach that you help your clients create a morning routine that helps them be more efficient and effective and get more done. So a post, because you feel I'm a private person or I don't want to share too much of myself, the typical type post would be something like, it's important to have a morning routine. 78% of people who have a morning routine get more done, and reach their goals. That's a pretty good post, right? It's giving value. It's telling you that you should have a morning routine. It's giving statistics. 78% of people who have a morning routine reach their goals. That sounds pretty powerful. I should have a morning routine. I want to reach my goals. Now let's compare that to something that doesn't have any personality in it, right? Anyone can write that. It can be a generic post written for every motivational coach in the world. Let's now have a personal post. Okay. Yesterday, I woke up in a funk. My first thought as I opened my eyes was, what if I just stay in bed all day? Yeah, I was having one of those days. But because I created a morning routine that actually has tasks in it that excite me and make me happy, I jumped out of bed and got going, even though I wasn't feeling the best as soon as I woke up. And you know what? I got more done yesterday than I had in the previous 2 days. Morning routines are awesome. Do you see the difference between those two? They both said the same thing. You should have a morning routine. But which one connected you with the person writing it? That's what I mean by personal when I say personal. So how much personal stuff should you share on social media? Enough to connect you with your audience without going past that wall that leads to private stuff. If sharing your morning, how you didn't feel good yesterday, feels private to you, then hopefully you're not a morning coach. You're not a coach that helps people with their morning routine, because then you can't share how you're living by example, right? So likely that isn't your business. If you are in the business of helping people with motivation, then you have to decide to share personal stuff about motivation with yourself and with how you're working with your clients. If that is private, then be in a different business, right? So I hope that helps. Are there any questions about private versus personality? I keep putting them on different sides of the wall because I should remember. I think this is personal and this is private, right? Personal and private. And here's the wall. Can't get through. You can look on both sides, but no one does ever have to see what's private in your life, and you never have to share that, and you never have to worry, and you can still go out and share your personality on social media. Sharing your personality does not mean putting out selfies 3 times a day, but it can. Nothing wrong with putting out selfies. Relate it to your business. That's another topic, which I can't wait to talk about. Everything you put out there can relate to your business. But if you don't relate it to how you help people, it may not be appropriate. So let me finish by saying, how personal should you get on social media? All the personal. Everything about yourself, but nothing private. Everything that you're comfortable sharing. And when you're sharing it and you want to connect with clients and attract them to your business, relate them to how you help people. I want to share how I'm feeling or what I went through or who I'm working with or this funny joke that I just heard, because that's how I connect with you. I'm silly and casual and not formal and just totally like sometimes quirky and funny and make fun of myself. And that's how I am. That's not private to me. That's just who I am. So I want to share that. Who are you? How can you share that without any fear of sharing too much? Because when you keep the private, you can share everything else. So I hope that helps you. Don't forget to put on your calendar Friday mornings at 9 for Rise and Shine at 9. I was thinking actually this morning as I was making my coffee, I should have a Savor and Shine at 9 p.m. where we have, I don't know, margaritas instead of coffee. What do you think? Because 9 a.m. is probably a little early for a margarita. I'm not so sure. I'll have to think about that. But let me know if you think a Savor and Shine at 9 p.m. would be fun for you. bring your drink of choice and we can chat some more to end and savor the week. Until next Friday at 9 a.m. with your coffee or your tea, remember that the world needs more of you. Really, not more of who you think you should be, more of you. So get out there and shine and make the world a better place. I will see you next week. Take care.